What's up, everyone? Today I'm be talking about Spider-Man Homecoming. And right before this movie even came out, I was hating on it. I was like, screw this movie. You're never going to get Spider-Man right. They're always going to make him some kind of, you know, super wuss character that I can't relate to. And I kind of, I was definitely hating on this movie. I was on Twitter like a rabid dog saying, screw this movie, you know, what's like it's gonna be like something that they could have filmed on Nickelodeon for like Nick Kids or Disney Channel, and especially since they got him younger than the other Spider-Mans. I'm like, there's no way they could get this right, especially that he's younger. At this point, he should be in college. And I was just like rambling and hating this movie, and I was seeing the reviews coming, and a lot of people were saying, they were like overhyping it, and I hate when that happens. So I'm like, holy shit, I'm not gonna like this one bit. So I saw it yesterday. Nobody was in the movies here. Obviously, it's been like a month, so obviously it's not gonna be as packed. But I kind of like it that way. I kind of, I'm kind of like a shy laugher in the movie theater, so I was actually laughing at a lot of the scenes in this movie. I was laughing with the Peter. I think that Tom Holland was a great pick. I mean, this movie proved me wrong in a lot of ways. Like, it really captures the essence of the comic book. It really felt like it really popped more than the other comic book Spider-Mans. It really, like the other ones, kind of felt like muddled with drama, and this one just like it goes for the fun, it goes for the excitement, it goes for the only drama is the villain, and that's how it should be most parts. And I think this is like the best villain. Michael Keaton. I mean, he's got that the jacket with the fur on it, and his hair's crazy. I mean, that's like quintessential villain right there. And Vulture, they got the Vulture right. I don't care if it was all mechanicalized and in the comic book. I mean, in the comic book, he was just a guy in a green suit with green wings, and he was an old dude, and the mechanics of the suit didn't completely make total sense. It just worked, kind of like Doc Ock's suit just worked. But yeah, Vulture, Michael Keaton, as a villain, like really sold this movie good, and Tom Holland was totally believable as Peter Parker. I think he's one of the, I don't mind the changes. I think that the changes made this movie even that much better. Yeah, totally. I mean, like Aunt May, Marissa Tomei. I mean, she's got the granny glasses, but she's still freaking hot. But the interaction between him and Parker are just movie gold. And the Tony Stark like hitting on her, it's funny as hell when it happens. But I thought that's another thing. I thought Iron Man was gonna muddle this movie, but get step aside. This movie needs more Iron Man. Nope. He's in there just enough. He doesn't oversell himself. He doesn't steal all the best jokes. He's still funny, but that's him. He just amplifies this movie. And as far as comic book movies go, holy shnikes! I mean, this is up there. This has to be the best Spider-Man ever made, because they just kept getting it wrong, and it was so refreshing that I was like smiling. Like I wasn't cringing. I didn't cringe it once. That's the thing with the other Spider-Mans. I'm always like cringing with the Tobey Maguire, who I always called him Twink Spider-Man because he's total twink, and the way he. That's the thing. I like Tom Holland's voice. It makes sense the way he does it, and it was even more that funnier when he does the interrogation scene voice, and he's like, where is it? And he's like doing the Batman voice. And it was just like, and then he turns it off and he goes back to his squeaky voice. That was insanely funny. Like, that was just, You know, that kind of economy was missing it with all these other movies. Like you know, Garfield Spider-Man. I mean, the guy's a freaking string bean. He looks nothing like Spider-Man. He's got the pompadour haircut. He's built like a string bean. That's not like Tom Holland is framed like Spider-Man. Like Spider-Man should be like muscular and he has to do the crouch when he lands. When you see Tom Holland do the crouch landing, I mean that's Spider-Man. Like if you can't do the crouch, even without the CG, if you can't do the crouch right, forget it. You should have been kicked off the job. Every Spider-Man should do the crouch landing, and Tom Holland does it. He does the humor right, and I'm not even mad about the MJ stuff. I'm not even mad about the like. I thought the chick who played Liz was a perfect love interest for Spider-Man. I really liked the chemistry between them. They didn't force it. You know, he was there and they liked each other, but they didn't like come on, kiss now, like Tobey Maguire and Dead Dog. What's her name? You know, I didn't like, you know, the chick who played Mary Jane. I thought she looked like she wanted to be in a different movie. Like she wanted to be in like some independent movie. What the fuck is her name? Who fuck her? You know, and Dunce. You know, okay, yeah. She's always like, like she was on heroin or something the whole time, wishing she was in some like, you know, Lars von Trier movie, which she was in. But fucking this movie was insanely good. Like it was like I was wrong. Like I admit I was wrong. I was wrong, super wrong. I was like hating this movie. It was a kick right in the junk, but I accept it. I wholly accept this being wrong for this movie. It was a blast, man. I was like sitting there, like, I was like, you know, I was like taking this movie in. I was like having a good time, and just the high school jinx, with Captain America and those videos of him like in detention. So you're in detention, and that just killed me. Like imagine, like I used to get sent to detention all the time for being a little brat, and if I got sent to the detention and they put in this video like, so we're in detention. Yeah, that was the best shit, man. That was so good. This is the essence of comic movies, and that's what the other movies lacked. They lacked feeling like a comic book. And this movie felt like a comic book. Like I felt like I was like open a comic book, and it was on the screen, and it was there, and there was no low points for me for this movie, other than maybe being 10 minutes too long. I mean, I'm being a little harsh. That's being nitpicky. 10 minutes, like, I wouldn't want them to shave it down. I thought it was perfect. I thought this was the perfect Spider-Man movie. It captures, like, so many eras, and the Stan Lee appearance wasn't like, there he is, wheel him in, say your lines, Stan Lee, alright, wave goodbye, Stan Lee. It was like, it was a funny scene, and they throw him in there with the funny scene. There's this dude stealing a car, and Spider-Man thinks it's like a thief, and he webs him in the face, and they're all yelling at him, and he's like, oh, I'm sorry. He said, don't make me come down there. That was so funny. And it is, and like he's talking out of the windows like they do in New York. I mean, that was so good. And I was, like, the whole movie was like, I don't know how happened. I just finally started liking, like, I was like, I've been negative a lot beforehand. Like Wonder Woman, I was negative, and I saw it, and I was still negative. I was negative with Guardians of the Galaxy, and I saw it, and I was like blown away. And so, like, this is like an awesome Spider-Man movie. I don't care if he's got the voice. He's way better than Twink Tobey Maguire. He's way better than String Bean Pompadour Andrew Garfield. And I didn't really care. Like, everyone was like, well, the second Amazing Spider-Man, Gwen Stacy, what about it? That doesn't make a Spider-Man movie. Like, his love interest, you're going to bank a whole movie? Or you're going to bank a movie? And another thing, I didn't like Spider-Man 2 with Dr. Octopus because he was just like Chubbs McScrubs with the jacket, and he's got his like, big tummy tuck freaking sticking out there. Oh, Dr. Octopus. None of it made sense with the freaking radiation ball. And then when it blows up and Tobey Maguire, I'm like, oh my god, and his voice squeaked. I'm like, this is the best Spider-Man? With twink Tobey Maguire? And like, I hated that. I'm like, I mean, it was a good sequence in the second one where with the train, alright, but it wasn't like, you gotta be invested in the movie. You gotta, at that point, it's gotta mean something. You can't just have a good action sequence. Every action sequence meant something. Every screw up that Spider-Man did, you felt bad for him. You're just like, oh man, he's trying to be a hero. He's trying, and Tony starts like, come on kid, what the hell's the matter with you? There's a story there. He's doing stuff, bad shit's happening, but there's a meaning to it. It's not just like, I've come to save the day. Fuck that. I come to save the day shit is so played out. Like he's being a superhero because Tom Holland, he meant it. And all the shit that happened in the other Spider-Mans, in his first two, the Amazing Spider-Mans, he's trying to get fucking Emma Stone. She's trying to look cool, be cool, and he's like, come on, Emma Stone, fuck you, Andrew Garfield. And Twinkle, and with that, and Kristen Dunst, that her heroin, she's doped up on heroin the whole time, and yeah, and another thing, Flash was good. I like Flash. Like that kid with the Penis Parker thing instead of Punny Parker. Penis Parker is a good add-on to the Punny Parker. Like, that a bully doesn't always have to beat the shit out of you. A bully doesn't always have to shove you into lockers. A bully just has to be someone that knows how to put you down around other people. That's what a bully is. And he does that. Like, every attempt in this movie, he's trying to put Parker down. There is no, like, moment where he's like, Parker, I was wrong. I'll stop bullying you. No, the whole movie, he's a total dick. And that's what Flash, they did Flash. He was a rich asshole. And that's a good transition to a new age Flash. Now, I think all the switches, and the reveal at the end, so what? She reminded me of the chick from Homicide, Life on the Streets. But overall, everyone in this movie, like, it doesn't play it too safe. I don't think this movie was a safe-ass movie. Honestly, I think this movie makes the right changes. If it played safe, it would have been boring. And I don't think, I mean, another part, the guy who plays Happy does play a big part in this movie. Jon Favreau. So what? Iron Man did not muddle this movie like I thought it would. And it's not a Nickelodeon Spider-Man. This is the perfect Spider-Man. It's just like, the reason why is because it's his comic book Spider. And the suit, and the spider senses, alright? So what? They amped up his suit. It's got a voice. You know what? It gets it taken away, and we get to see regular Spider-Man with his makeshift suit. And I think the makeshift suit was a nod to Scarlet Spider-Man because he had the hoodie and that. I know I love Scarlet Spider-Man. I think Scarlet Spider-Man is my favorite because Scarlet Spider-Man is kind of Punisher Spider-Man because it's Spider-Man without Morales. And and that's another thing. Miles Morales was invented because Brian Michael Bendis thought Donald Glover would make the perfect Black Spider-Man, which obviously in that scene, me and Donald Glover are about the same age. We're too old to play Spider-Man, obviously. So that's out the window. I thought that was a good nod to him, though. And, it's just A+ movie. All the way. A+ Spider-Man. This is the best Spider-Man. It is. It's the best Spider-Man because it does everything right that the other ones did wrong. And I honestly would get the DVD because there's so many little things that you could rewatch this for. The other ones we don't, watch the second one, the second Raimi one, rewatch the train sequence over and over, which means nothing because the build up to it was kind of like, meh. But every sequence in this, I'm like, I want to go back. I want to watch the whole sequence where he's flying for the neighborhood, and I want to watch all the, the vulture scenes again, and felt New York. It felt more New York than the other, I hate it in the second one when he's driving, Tobey Maguire, he's got the helmet on, and he's driving around as a pizza boy. I was just like, fuck this, man. I want to turn it off right there. Super cringe moments. Zero cringe moments in this one. Because it's like, no, there was just zero cringe. And if there was a half cringe, it led to a funny part. Like that kid Ned was awesome. Funny. I thought he was going to be a cringe fest. I thought the fat kid was going to be a cringe. I thought he was going to be a super cringy character. And he was so funny. Every character served a purpose. A++. One of my favorites of the summer. I'm having a hard time pushing it past Logan since, I'm a huge Wolverine fan. But it's nudging on it. And it did pass Guardians of the Galaxy, though. Another great film. But the fact this is a Spider-Man movie that gets it right, shoots it up the list. Alright? Let me know what you thought of Spider-Man. Let me know what you disagree with I said, because I know there's going to be people who disagree with me. I'm prepared for that. Alright? Thanks for watching. Take care. And subscribe, like, and talk to you later.